Hi, this video is to talk about selecting a sample from a finite and infinite population. These slides are only conceptual slides, so I'm going to talk about the concepts, what a finite population is. So finite population is often defined by lists such as organization membership roster, credit card account numbers, inventory product numbers, and so on. Okay. Um, so I'm going to skip these technical terms. I just want you to understand what characterizes finite population. And in the case of finite population, we can adopt sampling methods in which we replace each sample element before selecting subsequent elements in the sample, which is called sampling with replacement. We can also have sampling without replacement. And in large sampling projects, we can use for example, Excel to generate numbers to automate the sample selection process. And sampling from an infinite population is the case when it's not possible to obtain a list of all elements in the population. For example, all fans of Seattle Seahawks. It's hard to know all fans of Seattle Seahawks. So we say that the population of fans of Seattle Seahawks is an infinite population. Okay. As a result, we cannot construct a frame for the population, and then we cannot use random number selection procedure because we cannot give numbers for each one of the fans. In this case, let me use this example. The fans of NFL team, we cannot use numbers because we don't know all of them. It's hard to know all of them, so we cannot use this process. Okay, and then this is a case of infinite population. Also, populations are often generated by an ongoing process where there is always new observations, elements coming into the population. For example, ongoing process, which is the case of infinite population, is these parts being manufactured on a production line because the production line never stops. Transactions occurring at the bank, they're occurring all the time, never stop, never ending process. Telephone calls arriving at the technical help desk and so on. Okay. In the case of an infinite population, we must select a random sample in order to make valid statistical inference, get estimates that we can infer that the population is a certain way based on a sample. A random sample from an infinite population is a sample selected such that the following conditions are satisfied. Each element selected comes from the population of interest. So if we're talking about Seattle Seahawks fans, then I have to select fans that are fan of Seattle Seahawks. Each element is selected independently. Okay? There's no influence of selecting one fan, and because of that, another fan is also selected. They are selected independently. So these are the two populations, finite and infinite. These are more conceptual slides for you to understand them. In other videos, I'm going to show you how to use Excel to find estimates for each one of these populations. We're going to have different procedures to find estimates for the population, depending if the population is finite or infinite.